The Galactic Council Chamber was a sight to behold, a massive dome structure that housed the most advanced civilizations across the cosmos. Shimmering holograms and intricate displays adorned the walls, showcasing the technological prowess of the council members. At the center of the room, representatives from dozens of alien species sat in assigned hovering chairs, their eyes fixed on the proceedings. Presiding over the council was Styloth, a towering reptilian being revered for his wisdom and strategic acumen. With a deep, authoritative voice, he addressed the assembly. Honored members of the Galactic Council, we are gathered here today to discuss the matter of the Terran species, commonly known as humans. A murmur rippled through the chamber as the council members shifted uncomfortably in their seats. The humans, a young and relatively primitive species from the backwater planet Earth, were a topic of great debate and contention within the council. Styloth continued, "As you all know, the humans have recently made their presence known on the galactic stage. Their rapid technological advancements and seemingly limitless ingenuity have raised concerns among many of us." He paused, letting his words sink in. "We cannot ignore their potential, nor the threat they may pose to the delicate balance of power in our domain." An Arcturian counselor, Garth, raised a tentacle-like appendage. "The humans are nothing more than savages, Styloth. Their weapons are crude, their ships are slow, and their grasp of advanced sciences is laughable. Why should we even consider them worthy of our attention?" Murmurs of agreement echoed through the chamber, and Styloth nodded solemnly. "I understand your concerns, Garth. The humans are indeed a young and primitive species, lacking the refinement and sophistication of our own civilizations. However, we cannot dismiss them so easily. Their tenacity and resourcefulness have been noted, and some among us believe they may pose a greater threat than we realize." A humanoid Vesperian counselor, Zara, spoke up. "Styloth, I must agree with Garth. The humans are nothing more than an annoyance, a minor distraction from the pressing issues we face. Their so-called weapons are no match for our advanced technology. Why waste our time and resources on such a trivial matter?" Styloth raised a clawed hand, silencing the chamber. "I understand your skepticism, my friends, but we cannot afford to underestimate the humans. Their potential for growth and innovation is undeniable, and we must be vigilant in monitoring their progress." The council chamber erupted in a cacophony of voices, each member voicing their concerns and opinions on the human matter. Some advocated for immediate action, calling for the complete isolation or even subjugation of the Terran species. Others argued for a more cautious approach, suggesting diplomacy and careful observation. Amidst the heated debate, a lone figure sat quietly, observing the proceedings. Cal, a Valari counselor known for his keen intellect and unorthodox thinking, leaned forward and spoke in a calm, measured tone. "Esteemed colleagues, I believe we are overlooking a crucial aspect of the human species. While they may be primitive in many ways, they possess a unique quality that sets them apart from other civilizations we have encountered." He paused, sensing the room's attention turned to him. "Resilience, adaptability, a willingness to push the boundaries of what is possible." Cal's eyes scanned the chamber, meeting the gaze of his fellow counselors. "The humans may surprise us yet. We would do well to keep a watchful eye on their progress, rather than dismissing them outright." Styloth considered Cal's words, his reptilian features betraying a glimmer of intrigue. The Valari counselor raises a valid point. Perhaps it is time we reevaluate our stance on the humans and their potential impact on the galactic community. The chamber once again erupted in a flurry of debate, as the council members weighed the merits of Cal's perspective against the prevailing view of human inferiority. The fate of the Terran species hung in the balance, with the most powerful civilizations in the galaxy poised to make a decision that would forever shape the course of human history. While the Galactic Council debated the fate of the human race, a group of determined Terran leaders were hard at work, driven by a singular purpose: to prove the Council wrong. In a top-secret facility hidden deep beneath the surface of Earth, scientists and military strategists collaborated, pooling their knowledge and resources to develop advanced technologies that would shake the very foundations of the galactic power structure. At the helm of this clandestine operation was Dr. Emma Sinclair, a brilliant physicist whose reputation for innovation was matched only by her unwavering patriotism. With a team of the brightest minds from around the globe, she spearheaded the development of revolutionary weapons and defense systems, each one designed to surpass the technological capabilities of the Galactic Council's most formidable members. "We cannot afford to be complacent," Dr. Sinclair proclaimed during one of the team's strategy meetings. "The Council looks down on us, seeing us as nothing more than primitive apes, but we have the potential to be so much more. We will show them the true power of human ingenuity." Her words were met with a chorus of determined nods and murmurs of agreement from the assembled scientists and engineers. They knew the stakes were high, but the prospect of proving the Galactic Council wrong fueled their passion and resolve. Across the globe, similar pockets of innovation sprung to life, each one operating in secrecy and isolation to avoid the watchful eye of the Council. Military forces bolstered their defenses, while research laboratories pushed the boundaries of physics, chemistry, and computer science, all in the pursuit of a single goal: to create weapons and technologies that would command the respect of the Galactic Council. General Robert Hansen, the gruff and no-nonsense commander of the Terran Defense Forces, oversaw the military's contributions to the clandestine effort. "We'll show those arrogant aliens what we're made of," he growled, his weathered face set in a determined scowl. "They may have fancy ships and advanced gadgets, but when it comes to pure firepower, humanity will reign supreme." Hansen's team worked tirelessly, designing and testing new forms of directed energy weapons, advanced propulsion systems, and state-of-the-art shielding technology. Each breakthrough was meticulously documented, with the results carefully hidden from prying eyes. As the years passed, the gulf between the Galactic Council's perception of human capabilities and the reality of their technological advancements continued to widen. The Council members remained blissfully unaware of the storm brewing on the distant planet they had long dismissed as irrelevant. Dr. Sinclair, now the director of the Terran Scientific and Strategic Command, stood before a holographic display, her eyes narrowed in contemplation. "The time has come," she murmured, her voice barely above a whisper. "We are ready to reveal our hand." With a tap of her finger, she initiated a secure transmission, broadcasting a coded message to the far-flung corners of the globe. Within hours, the various teams working in secret laboratories and military strongholds sprang into action, preparing for a momentous event that would forever change the course of human history. The Galactic Council, still consumed by its own debates and internal politics, remained oblivious to the storm that was about to hit them. Little did they know that the primitive humans they had so casually dismissed were about to turn the tables, forever altering the balance of power in the galaxy. The tension in the Galactic Council chamber was palpable as the representatives from the Terran delegation strode to the center of the room, their faces etched with a determined confidence that caught the other council members off guard. Dr. Emma Sinclair, now the official ambassador of the Terran species, cleared her throat and addressed the assembled alien leaders. "Esteemed members of the Galactic Council, we come before you today to demonstrate the true capabilities of the human race." Xyloth, the reptilian presiding over the council, narrowed his eyes skeptically. "Ambassador Sinclair, we have heard your claims before. Yet, time and again, your people have failed to impress us with their so-called technological advancements." Garth, the Arcturian counselor, let out a snort of derision. "The humans are a waste of our time. Let us move on to more pressing matters." Dr. Sinclair raised a hand, silencing the murmurs of agreement from the other council members. "I understand your skepticism, honored counselors. But I assure you, what you are about to witness will forever change your perception of the human species." With a nod, she signaled to her team, who scrambled to activate a series of holographic projectors around the chamber. Suddenly, the room was filled with a dazzling display of light and sound, as massive images materialized in the air, showcasing the latest human weapons and defense systems. The council members leaned forward in their seats, their eyes widening in a mixture of fascination and disbelief. Sleek, angular spacecraft equipped with powerful energy-based armaments hovered in the simulated environment, effortlessly decimating targets that resembled the Council's own vessels. Garth's tentacles twitched in agitation. This is impossible. How could these humans have developed such advanced technology? Cal, the Valari counselor, stroked his chin thoughtfully. Remarkable. It appears we have underestimated the ingenuity of the Terran species. Siloth raised a clawed hand, silencing the murmurs that had erupted throughout the chamber. Ambassador Sinclair, you have our attention. Please, proceed with your demonstration. Dr. Sinclair smiled, a glint of triumph in her eyes. As you wish, Counselor Siloth. She gestured toward the holographic displays, which shifted to showcase a new set of weapons. Behold, the pinnacle of human engineering, our directed energy weapons and defensive shielding systems. The council members watched in stunned silence as the holographic projections showcased the immense power and precision of the human armaments. Powerful beams of energy vaporized simulated targets, while shimmering force fields effortlessly deflected incoming attacks. Zara, the Vesperian counselor, leaned forward, her usually calm demeanor now tinged with a hint of unease. This is not possible. The level of energy output and shield integrity is beyond anything we have ever achieved. Cal nodded slowly, his gaze fixed on the dazzling display. The humans have clearly surpassed our expectations. Their ingenuity and determination have yielded remarkable results. As the demonstration concluded, the chamber fell silent, the council members grappling with the implications of what they had witnessed. The once dismissive attitudes had been replaced by a growing sense of unease and uncertainty. Siloth cleared his throat, his reptilian features betraying a rare expression of concern. Ambassador Sinclair, your people have indeed proven their capabilities. We must reconsider our stance on the human species. Dr. Sinclair inclined her head, a small smile playing on her lips. I appreciate your willingness to reevaluate, Counselor Siloth. The Terran people are ready to take their rightful place among the advanced civilizations of the galaxy. The council chamber erupted in a flurry of hushed discussions as the representatives grappled with the implications of this newfound human power. The once dismissive attitudes had been shattered, replaced by a growing sense of respect, and perhaps even trepidation. The stage was set for a dramatic shift in the balance of power, as the Galactic Council now faced the prospect of welcoming a new formidable member into their exclusive ranks, the once mocked human species. The Galactic Council chamber was abuzz with tense discussions as the representatives from the various alien civilizations grappled with the implications of the humans' technological prowess. Siloth, the reptilian presiding over the council, raised a clawed hand, silencing the heated debates. Esteemed colleagues, it is clear that we have underestimated the capabilities of the Terran species. Their display of advanced weaponry and defense systems has shaken the very foundations of our assumptions. Garth, the Arcturian counselor, leaned forward, his tentacles twitching with unease. This is an unacceptable development. The humans must be contained before they become a threat to the stability of the entire galactic community. Zara, the Vesperian representative, nodded in agreement. Garth is right. We cannot allow these humans to gain a foothold in the Council. Their rapid technological progress is a cause for grave concern. Cal, the Valari counselor, cleared his throat, drawing the attention of the chamber. Perhaps we should reconsider our stance. The humans have proven themselves to be a resourceful and innovative species. Might we not benefit from their inclusion in the Council? A murmur of dissent rippled through the chamber as the other council members voiced their objections. Siloth raised a hand, silencing the commotion. Counselor Cal raises a valid point. We must carefully weigh the pros and cons of extending an invitation to the humans. Dr. Emma Sinclair, the Terran ambassador, stood calmly amidst the heated debate, her expression one of quiet confidence. Esteemed members of the Galactic Council, I understand your concerns. However, I assure you that the Terran people have no desire for conquest or domination. Our only aim is to secure a place among the advanced civilizations of the galaxy to contribute to the betterment of all. Garth snorted derisively. Contribution. The humans have nothing to offer us that we cannot already provide for ourselves. Their inclusion in the Council would only serve to disrupt the delicate balance of power. Zora nodded in agreement. Garth is right. The humans are a wild card, a potential source of instability that we cannot afford to accommodate. Cal leaned forward, his gaze unwavering. But consider the alternative, my friends. If we reject the humans, we risk alienating a species with immense potential. Their technological breakthroughs could benefit us all, if we embrace them as equals. The chamber erupted into a cacophony of voices as the council members debated the merits and risks of extending an invitation to the Terran delegation. Siloth raised a hand, silencing the room once more. It is clear that we are divided on this issue. We shall reconvene in 2 solar cycles to vote on the matter. Until then, I urge you all to carefully consider the ramifications of our decision. As the council members dispersed, Dr. Sinclair approached Siloth, her expression solemn. Counselor, I hope you will see the wisdom in welcoming the Terran people into the Galactic Council. We have much to offer, and we are ready to take our rightful place among the stars. Siloth regarded the human ambassador with a measured gaze. Time will tell, Dr. Sinclair. Time will tell. The chamber fell silent, the weight of the impending decision hanging heavy in the air. The fate of the human species and the delicate balance of power in the galaxy hung in the balance. The tension in the Galactic Council chamber was palpable as the representatives gathered for the crucial vote on the inclusion of the Terran species. Dr. Emma Sinclair stood beside the Terran delegation, her gaze fixed on the alien leaders with a mixture of anticipation and trepidation. Siloth, the reptilian presiding over the council, cleared his throat and addressed the assembled members. Esteemed colleagues, we are here today to decide the fate of the human species and their potential inclusion in the Galactic Council. Garth, the Arcturian counselor, rose from his seat, his tentacles twitching with barely contained aggression. The decision is clear. The humans pose a threat to the stability of our community. They must be kept at a distance, their technological advancements contained and controlled. Zora, the Vesperian representative, nodded in agreement. I concur. The risk of allowing the humans to join our ranks is too great. Their presence would only serve to disrupt the delicate balance of power that we have carefully maintained for generations. Cal, the Valari counselor, stood up, his calm demeanor a stark contrast to the heated rhetoric of his colleagues. My friends, I urge you to reconsider. The humans have shown remarkable ingenuity and resourcefulness. Their inclusion could bring about a new era of cooperation and progress for the entire galactic community. The chamber erupted in a cacophony of voices, each council member voicing their opinion on the matter. Siloth raised a clawed hand, silencing the room. It is time to vote. All those in favor of extending an invitation to the Terran species, please indicate so now. A tense silence fell over the chamber as the council members cast their votes. Dr. Sinclair held her breath, her heart racing with anticipation. Suddenly, a series of urgent alerts began to flash across the holographic displays surrounding the chamber. Siloth's eyes widened as he studied the incoming data. Counselors, we have a situation. One of our outer colony worlds has come under attack by an unidentified alien force. Garth leaned forward, his tentacles twitching with alarm. Unidentified. Impossible. All member civilizations of the Galactic Council are accounted for. Zora's face paled as she studied the details of the attack. By the stars, it's the Coraxians. They have launched a full-scale assault on the Terran colony of Arcadia. The chamber erupted into a flurry of activity as the council members scrambled to respond to the crisis. Siloth turned to Dr. Sinclair, his reptilian features betraying a glimmer of concern. Ambassador Sinclair, this is a grave situation. The Coraxians are a formidable and aggressive species. If your people are unable to defend Arcadia, the consequences could be catastrophic. Dr. Sinclair's expression hardened with determination. Counselor Xylov, I assure you that the Terran Defense Forces are more than capable of defending our colony. Give us the chance to prove ourselves. Xylov hesitated, his clawed hand hovering over the communication controls. Very well, Ambassador. But I warn you, the fate of your people may hang in the balance. As the Galactic Council watched with bated breath, the Terran forces deployed to Arcadia, their advanced weaponry and cutting-edge defense systems in full display. The battle that ensued was a stunning display of human ingenuity and firepower, as the human ships effortlessly outmaneuvered and outgunned the Coraxian attackers. The council members, once skeptical of human capabilities, sat in stunned silence as they witnessed the decimation of the Coraxian fleet. Garth's tentacles hung limply at his sides, his earlier bravado replaced by a sense of awe and disbelief. As the smoke cleared, Dr. Sinclair's voice echoed through the chamber, triumph evident in her tone. Esteemed members of the Galactic Council, I believe you have your answer. The Terran people are ready to take our rightful place among you. Xylov exchanged a meaningful glance with Cal, the Valari counselor, before turning his gaze toward the Terran ambassador. It would seem we have underestimated the humans once again. Your display of force has been impressive. The chamber fell silent, the weight of the council's decision hanging in the air. The fate of the Terran species had been decided, and the balance of power in the galaxy was about to shift in an unprecedented way. The Galactic Council chamber was electric with tension as the representatives convened to cast their final vote on the Terran species' inclusion in their ranks. Xylov, the reptilian presiding over the council, stood before the assembly, his gaze sweeping across the faces of the alien leaders. Esteemed members of the Galactic Council, we are gathered here today to make a decision that will forever shape the course of our community. He paused, letting the weight of his words sink in. The humans have proven themselves to be a force to be reckoned with, their technological prowess and military might on full display during the recent Coraxian attack. Garth, the Arcturian counselor, shifted uncomfortably in his seat, his tentacles twitching with unease. Xylov, surely you are not suggesting that we invite these humans to join our illustrious council. They are still a young and untested species, a wild card that could disrupt the delicate balance we have worked so hard to maintain. Zora, the Vesperian representative, nodded in agreement. Garth is right. The humans have shown us their capabilities, but that does not mean we should trust them with the future of the entire galactic community. Cal, the Valari counselor, leaned forward, his piercing gaze sweeping across the chamber. My friends, I implore you to reconsider. The humans have proven themselves to be resourceful, innovative, and fiercely protective of their own. Surely, their inclusion in our council could bring about a new era of cooperation and progress. Dr. Emma Sinclair, the Terran ambassador, stood tall and unwavering, her expression one of quiet determination. Esteemed counselors, the Terran people have no desire for conquest or domination. We simply seek a place at the table to contribute our knowledge and expertise to the betterment of the entire galactic community. Xylov raised a clawed hand, silencing the murmurs that had erupted throughout the chamber. It is clear that we are divided on this issue. The vote will now commence. All those in favor of extending an invitation to the Terran species, please indicate so now. The chamber fell silent as the council members cast their votes, the anticipation palpable in the air. Dr. Sinclair held her breath, her heart pounding in her chest. After what seemed like an eternity, Xylov spoke once more, his voice grave. The vote has been tallied. By a narrow margin, the Terran species has been granted a seat on the Galactic Council. A gasp of surprise rippled through the chamber, as the council members struggled to process the unexpected outcome. Garth's tentacles writhed in agitation, while Zora's face contorted with a mix of disbelief and disapproval. Cal, however, offered a rare smile, his eyes twinkling with a hint of triumph. Wise decision, my friends. The humans will make a valuable addition to our community. Dr. Sinclair stepped forward, her expression radiating a sense of pride and humility. On behalf of the Terran people, we are honored to join the Galactic Council. We look forward to working alongside you all to ensure a brighter future for our galaxy. Xyloth raised a clawed hand, silencing the murmurs that had erupted throughout the chamber. Then it is settled. The humans shall take their place among us, and we shall see what their innovative spirit can bring to the table. As the Terran delegation took their assigned seats within the council chamber, the alien representatives eyed them with a mix of curiosity and trepidation. The balance of power in the galaxy had been forever altered, and the Terran species had claimed its rightful place among the most advanced civilizations in the cosmos. The Galactic Council chamber seemed to hum with a newfound energy as the Terran delegation took their seats, their presence a stark contrast to the staid, formal proceedings that had once defined the chamber. Dr. Emma Sinclair, the human ambassador, wasted no time in asserting her people's influence. With a calm yet assertive demeanor, she addressed the assembled alien representatives. Esteemed members of the Galactic Council, we are honored to join your ranks and contribute to the shared prosperity of our galaxy. However, we cannot help but notice that some of the policies and practices upheld by this council are in need of reconsideration. A ripple of discomfort passed through the chamber as the other council members shifted uncomfortably in their seats. Garth, the Arcturian counselor, leaned forward, his tentacles twitching with unease. What are you implying, human? The Galactic Council has maintained stability and order for millennia. We will not simply discard our time-honored traditions to accommodate your kind. Cal, the Valari counselor, raised a hand, his calm demeanor a stark contrast to Garth's blustering. Perhaps we should hear the ambassador out. The humans have much to offer, and their perspectives may prove invaluable in shaping the future of our community. Xyloth, the reptilian presiding over the council, fixed his gaze on Dr. Sinclair, his expression unreadable. The floor is yours, Ambassador Sinclair. We are listening. Dr. Sinclair nodded, her eyes sweeping across the assembled counselors. Thank you, Counselor Xyloth. As I was saying, we have observed certain policies and practices within the Galactic Council that we believe are in need of reform. She paused, allowing her words to sink in. For instance, the distribution of resources and technology across member civilizations is woefully imbalanced. Many of the less developed species struggle to keep pace with the more advanced ones, hampering their progress and limiting their potential. Zara, the Vesperian representative, frowned. That is the natural order of things, Ambassador. The stronger civilizations have earned their place through their own merits and innovations. We cannot simply level the playing field at the expense of those who have worked hard to achieve their status. Dr. Sinclair held up a hand, silencing the Vesperian counselor. I understand your perspective, Counselor Zara, but consider this. By ensuring a more equitable distribution of resources and technology, we could unlock the hidden potential of all member species, creating a stronger, more resilient galactic community. The chamber erupted in a flurry of heated discussions as the council members debated the merits of Dr. Sinclair's proposal. Xyloth raised a clawed hand, restoring order to the proceedings. Ambassador Sinclair, your points are well taken. However, implementing such sweeping changes to our established practices would require a great deal of deliberation and consensus building among the council. Dr. Sinclair nodded, undeterred. Of course, Counselor Xyloth. We are not naive to the challenges that lie ahead, but we believe that by working together, we can create a brighter future for all. Garth's tentacles twitched with agitation. Bah! The humans are already overstepping their bounds. First, they demand a seat at our table, and now they seek to dictate the very foundation of our community. Cal leaned forward, his gaze unwavering. Perhaps it is time we consider that our current foundation may be in need of strengthening. The humans bring a fresh perspective, one that could prove invaluable in the face of the challenges we collectively face. The chamber once again erupted in a heated debate, as the council members struggled to reconcile the Terran delegation's bold proposals with their own deeply rooted traditions and beliefs. The fate of the Galactic Council's future hung in the balance, with the humans poised to reshape the very fabric of the galactic power structure. The debates and discussions within the Galactic Council chamber had grown increasingly heated and divisive in the wake of the Terran delegation's bold proposals for reform. While some council members, like Cal, embraced the humans' fresh perspectives, others, such as Garth and Zara, remained staunchly opposed to the changes. Xyloth, the reptilian presiding over the council, raised a clawed hand, silencing the cacophony of voices that had erupted throughout the chamber. Esteemed colleagues, it is clear that we are at an impasse. The Terran people have presented us with a series of challenging proposals that call into question the very foundation of our community. Garth's tentacles twitched with barely contained aggression. Xyloth, surely you are not considering capitulating to these humans and their disruptive agenda. Our way of life, our hard-earned traditions, are at stake here. Dr. Emma Sinclair, the Terran ambassador, stepped forward, her expression calm and resolute. Councillor Garth, we have no desire to dismantle the Galactic Council or its traditions. Our aim is to build upon the foundation you have so carefully crafted, to create a future where all member civilizations can thrive and prosper. Zora, the Vesperian representative, narrowed her eyes skeptically. And how exactly do you propose we achieve this, Ambassador Sinclair? Your ideas of equitable distribution and collaborative progress are nothing more than vague platitudes. Cal, the Velari counselor, leaned forward, his gaze sweeping across the chamber. My friends, perhaps it is time we consider that the Terran proposals, while challenging, may hold the key to unlocking the true potential of our galactic community. Xyloth nodded slowly, his reptilian features betraying a glimmer of contemplation. Councillor Cal makes a fair point. We must be willing to adapt and evolve if we are to truly serve the needs of all our member species. The chamber fell silent, the weight of Xyloth's words hanging in the air. Garth and Zora exchanged uneasy glances, while the other council members seemed to ponder the implications of the reptilian statement. After a tense moment, Xyloth continued, "It is clear that we cannot simply dismiss the Terran proposals out of hand. We shall convene a special subcommittee to thoroughly examine each of the human recommendations and their potential impact on the Galactic Council." Dr. Sinclair's eyes brightened with a spark of hope. "Councillor Xyloth, we are grateful for your willingness to consider our suggestions. The Terran people stand ready to work alongside you and the other representatives to forge a brighter future for our galaxy." Garth let out a frustrated huff, his tentacles coiling and uncoiling with evident unease. "This is madness. We are handing over the reins of power to an untested upstart species. The consequences could be catastrophic." Cal placed a reassuring hand on Garth's shoulder, his expression one of understanding. "My friend, change is often difficult, but it is necessary for growth. Let us approach this challenge with an open mind and a collaborative spirit. Together, we can build a galactic council that truly serves the needs of all." As the council members dispersed to begin the arduous task of evaluating the Terran proposals, a palpable sense of uncertainty and anticipation hung in the air. The Galactic Council was on the cusp of a transformation, one that would forever alter the balance of power and reshape the very fabric of the galactic community. Dr. Sinclair stood tall, her gaze fixed on the horizon. "The future is ours to build, my fellow Terrans. Let us show the galaxy what we are capable of." The Galactic Council chamber hummed with a newfound energy as the representatives from the various alien civilizations convened, this time with a renewed sense of purpose and collaboration. Gone were the heated debates and entrenched divisions that had once defined the proceedings. In their place, a spirit of open-mindedness and a shared commitment to progress. At the center of this transformed council sat the Terran delegation, led by Dr. Emma Sinclair, who had played a pivotal role in ushering in this era of unprecedented change. Xyloth, the reptilian presiding over the council, addressed the assembly, his voice resonating with a sense of optimism. Esteemed members of the Galactic Council, we gather here today to celebrate the remarkable progress we have made in the past solar cycles. He turned his gaze toward the human representatives, a rare smile playing on his reptilian features. The inclusion of the Terran species has proven to be a catalyst for innovation and cooperation. Their fresh perspectives have challenged us to reassess our long-standing practices and embrace a more equitable and collaborative approach to galactic governance. Garth, the Arcturian counselor, shifted uncomfortably in his seat, but his usual scowl had been replaced by a reluctant expression of acceptance. I must admit, the changes we have implemented have yielded promising results. The technological advancements and resource-sharing initiatives have benefited all our member civilizations. Zara, the Vesperian representative, nodded in agreement, her demeanor more relaxed than it had been during the earlier debates. Indeed, the Terrans have proven themselves to be valuable partners in our endeavor to create a more prosperous and sustainable galactic community. Cal, the Valari counselor, leaned forward, his eyes twinkling with a sense of triumph. This is but the beginning, my friends. With the humans at our side, I believe we are poised to achieve even greater feats, to push the boundaries of what is possible in the cosmos. Dr. Sinclair stood, her expression radiating a sense of pride and humility. Esteemed counselors, the Terran people are honored to be a part of this transformative chapter in the history of the Galactic Council. We have much work ahead of us, but I am confident that together we can create a future of unparalleled progress and prosperity for all our member species. The chamber erupted in a swell of applause, the once skeptical alien representatives now embracing the Terran delegation as valued partners and equals. As the council session drew to a close, Hyloth approached Dr. Sinclair, his clawed hand extended in a gesture of respect. Ambassador Sinclair, the Terran people have truly earned their place among us. Your contributions have been invaluable, and we look forward to the many achievements yet to come. Dr. Sinclair grasped Xyloth's hand, her eyes shining with gratitude. Thank you, Counselor Xyloth. The humans are ready to take our rightful place among the most advanced civilizations of the galaxy. Together, we will forge a future that surpasses even our wildest dreams. In the days and weeks that followed, the Terran representatives on the Galactic Council continued to shape the direction of the community, their ideas and innovations transforming the very fabric of galactic governance. Ambitious projects were launched, from collaborative scientific research initiatives to large-scale infrastructure development programs, all with the goal of elevating the standards of living and technological prowess across the member civilizations. The once mock-human species had become a driving force in the galaxy, their tenacity, resourcefulness, and unwavering determination commanding the respect and admiration of their alien counterparts. The Galactic Council, once a bastion of tradition and hierarchy, had evolved into a dynamic, inclusive, and forward-thinking institution, a testament to the power of embracing new perspectives and the transformative potential of innovation. As the Terran delegation looked out upon the bustling, vibrant chamber, they knew that their journey was just beginning. The future of the galaxy lay before them, ripe with possibility, and they were more than ready to seize it.